Hi everyone, welcome to the Matrix Oracle. My name is Audrey. This is your astro forecast for the Mercury in Aquarius transit. This specific message is for people with a natal Mercury in Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. This is also going to be the collective energy reading for Mercury in Aquarius, so all the way from February 5th to February 22nd, 2024. Mercury is a master teacher of knowledge. It helps us understand and learn how to become a conscious, mindful creator. Now, I don't know why, but I feel called to let some of you know that in terms of Egyptian goddess, Mercury is associated to the energy of Thoth. Okay, so very much about having access to different books, different ways of learning. And this is why you came here on Earth, is to learn. Aquarius, as far as the Lightworkers archetype, is the way shower. So Aquarius does ask of us to really walk our talk. That means all the words that do create worlds are going to be, you're going to be facing the creation that you've manifested and really showing that you're harnessing this power and leading by example. So in this period of time, let's see what we have. And I'm not surprised with this first card, the magnetic wand and the sun energy. This is a time for the ones that are, truly harnessing their potential, their ability to shine, to magnetize to them some of the things that they want to achieve. Okay, the Aquarius is also, the sign is connected to the 11th house, and this is all about social network. That means your relationship. You're going to really have a period of time here, especially if you have Mercury in an air sign placement. You're going to be very attractive, okay? Let's see what else. Ooh, 10 of Pentacles. Okay. And Queen of Wands. Wow, this feels very promising. Now, there's more cards. Separation. Interesting. Release your ex. And unrequited love. It seems that some of you may have gone through a cleanup, or you're going through that. Now, as I'm channeling this Mercury in Aquarius, this is an Aquarius season where we're going to have a lot of planets in Aquarius within the first 2 weeks of February 2024. So this is going to be really a lot of master teachers that are going to influence us collectively to really harness this principle of this archetype of the way shower. So we really start owning up to our words, to our promises, especially the ones that we gave ourselves. Now, before I turn the other ones, I'm getting messages here. With the magnetic and the separation, I would say that some of you through this period of time, especially with Mercury in air placement natally, you're going to see some people falling off of your life. You might see certain people that you don't vibrate to anymore or any longer, or, not just you to them, but vice versa. With the release your ex, I'm seeing that you had to maybe for some of you release certain ways of thinking and feeling about your potential, yourself, what was achievable for you to manifest, especially in terms of wealth. But it doesn't have to be. This particular deck with this amethyst crystal always reminds me of the crystal skull of Atlantis, where it has records of memories. And I feel that what's happening here through this phase of time, so collectively, because this is the air sign and it's Mercury in Aquarius, but especially if you have a Mercury in an air placement, we're being called to release old ways of relating to ourselves, to our worth, ways of how we're going to maybe show more confidence, leadership, because maybe in the past there were things, especially here with the unrequited love and the Queen of Wands, things that were blocking us from showing our true authentic self, things that in the past were keeping us from shining. We felt like we had to dim our light. Now, I also feel that it's also a collective time. What I mean by this is that we do have Pluto now in Aquarius to join the whole mix of planets and master teachers. And this is really a time where we've advanced in terms of ways to connect to each other's, or ways to stop putting ourselves in boxes and labeling us, limiting ourselves. So there's just a lot of expansion that maybe in past decades or even eras and ages of history, we could not achieve this. And collectively, it feels like there's a lot that we're receiving, but in particular for you, because, you know, Mercury is an inner planet. It's close to the Earth. So that means this is something that is meant for you to work directly with yourself. The outer planet, you know, Saturn, Neptune, Uranus, and all those, they start being more connected to the collective. So here, let's recap. You have a lot of shifts that have been occurring, and that allows you to kind of naturally do a clear up of the old. This will probably also release new opportunities. So you're ending and you're attracting new beginnings. There's definitely more inspiration, more wealth that is coming, and the things that were not meant for you. So through this phase, is things fall short or they fall through for you, because maybe, for example, if it was for a job and you apply for many jobs, if they don't pan out for you, just trust it. Trust it, because this is a magnetic time, especially if you have this as a natal placement. Okay? I don't know why all of a sudden I'm feeling this Mars energy. Okay. All right. I'm understanding this. Okay. Surprising. I did not expect. Again, I don't expect anything. So we have the Mars with the separation, the 11th house with the release your ex, and the Aquarius with the unrequited love. I feel as some of you, if the energy here with separation, I told you, it's like you might see friendships, event situation that fall out of your reality. I feel this is because you've worked on your emotions. Some of you may have worked on, especially if you connect to my channel, being a super empath. Maybe you've worked on your past traumas. You've released a lot of the past hurt. And this is supportive. You could be triggered in your chart by some element by Mercury in your Mars. It doesn't have to be, but maybe that's a planet that you have to look at. With the 11th house, with the release your ex, this is definitely about social networks. So some of you, I would not be surprised also that you go through a cleanup in your contacts, in your phone numbers, in who you're following. There's going to be a lot of unfollow and things like that. That follow for this energy. With Aquarius and unrequited love, here I find it very interesting because it seems that this energy wave is going to be very revealing of who supports you in your growth, in your change, in your spiritual unbecoming. And what I mean by this is like you're unbecoming what you were conditioned to be, to fit society. And the ones that are not ready for their unbecoming, so they can really see their true self, it's going to be smoother as far as separation. So I wouldn't be concerned about this energy. I would be actually advising you to enjoy it, because it feels like it's just like when leaves are falling for fall, or autumn. it just feels and almost like inspires this energy, this natural cycle and rhythm that I'm really feeling strongly for this transit, Mercury in Aquarius. Now look at this, the circle. I love this. So this is your ancestors here saying that there's going to be a gathering of soul family. I've been feeling this. I've been noticing this, and I'm loving this energy. We have also, an archangel. Archangel Raziel. Learn, change, and grow. Now, this is a new deck. I like it. And I'm being called to read the little booklet. Life is the greatest teacher. What lessons are coming up for you to embrace? Archangel Raziel, whose name reflects divine secrets, serves on the diamond ray of universal ascension, magic, and wisdom with his counterpart, Archaea Victory. Wow. His charming obscurity invites us to stay in the curiosity of life, so we're forever learning, changing, and growing. Raziel is guiding you to recognize the magic in your everyday life. He shares with you the library of divine knowledge. Wow, I mentioned this as far as the bank of memory with the crystal skull of Atlantis. And invites you to embrace the path of self-discovery so you can turn knowledge into wisdom through your experiences. Beautiful. So as far as invitation, invite Archangel Raziel for development of your spiritual gifts, including transforming fears related to spiritual sight and sensing, divine alchemy, magic, mystery, and awe expansion on the higher dimensional chakra column, and understanding abstract spiritual concepts, secrets, and symbolism, turning them into wisdom. I find it so interesting because I mentioned Thoth at the beginning, talking about Mercury and how it's associated to Thoth in terms of goddess, God energy. So we're seeing that through this period of time, so February 5th to February 2022, 2024, just take the time to really stay in integrity with your own values and who you've become, who is shining through the deconditioning of those programs of the past. You're going to see much more people that are going to vibrate to you, gravitate in that same resonance, and the ones that are not going to fall naturally away from your life. Stay curious in this phase of time. There's going to be definitely an activation in the spine, in the chakra. So some of you maybe work with Kundalini energy. Now, some of you know that I like to prescribe sound healing. This is something that I like to compose. And I have two for you. One is prevent psychic manipulation. And I would say that could be for the ones that are still working on this Mars energy with separation. Maybe you're still letting yourself influenced by old programs, especially if you're a strong empath. You need to get stronger. So this is part of the Super Empath playlist. And for the ones that have access to my YouTube membership, look at this. 33 vertebrae light activation. I'm activating all the vertebrae of your spine here. So what I would suggest, whether you have access to this or not, is whether you're using this or this, work with Archangel Raziel. And if you want, you can even invite Archaea Victory. I like to work with divine counterparts. But that would help create this beautiful energy for Mercury in Aquarius and being open to the magic of this space. That's all I have for you. Thank you so very much. Namaste. This is your Mercury in Aquarius transit if you have a natal Mercury in the earth element. So if you're born with a Mercury in Taurus or Virgo or Capricorn, those messages are for you. So Mercury is going to be in Aquarius from February 5th to February 22nd, 2024. I already have your cards, even your little dice. I have to limit this format to the 15 minutes for Instagram. So this is what I do it this way. opposite to what I do on my main YouTube. All right, let's see what we have for you, my dear Earth element, for your Mercury messages. First, we have the realist. Earth point personality. How interestingly accurate as far as the Earth element. What we have on this card talks about a drive for security, stability, maybe a difficulty for adapting to change, grounded, objective thinker, and may feel insecure and pessimistic at times. I find it interesting because we do have Virgo. Virgo has this tendency to be associated with pessimism, and I'll tell you, after discovering how each zodiac archetype is connected to a meridian, Virgo is connected to the small intestine, and that is connected to your joy and your passion. So it seems that for this Mercury in Aquarius transit, this is an important time for you to nourish positive thinking and probably also recovering from past memories. Now, this is all in the message of the air element. The Mercury in Aquarius with the air element is going to give you the collective message energy. So I would highly suggest, because of what I'm feeling right now for you, my dear Earth elements, to watch that reading as well. Okay, so let's see what we have for you. Potential. Yes, that's the Fool. That's the Fool card. That's the beginning, the number 0. There's a rebirth. There's a recreation of something that's happening in this transit for you. It feels so powerful. This is a major arcana in tarot. That means that this is a strong energy coming for you. Now, I feel like I want to read about this point. Some of you maybe are you feeling like you're at a crossroad in your life? Let's see what this point is saying. Personality point reveals between how you relate to others. Note the commencement point of the comprehension chakra in relation to the corporal chakra. If you have solid material foundation, or you're down to earth thinking. Okay, so that's very much like how your thoughts could be affecting your body. Very interesting. Again, part of the collective message was, talking about purging those past ways to think and feel about ourselves. So definitely, if that's something that feels like it's resonating with you, or it's going to resonate through this phase in February as Mercury is in Aquarius, definitely go and check out this additional message. Whoa, the Death card. You are unbecoming. That was the word that came up also for the collective message. You're being asked to really, look at your growth, your spiritual growth, and appreciate, all the work that you've done for yourself in terms of self-worth, self-love, even commitment, for building a solid foundation, even if it had to go through ups and downs, because there's a new beginning. You're going to be asked to remove some of the old skeletons. All right, let's see what else is coming through. I don't know why I'm being called to look at her feet. Stepping into unknown. Okay, especially with this part where her foot is on. It's dark. It's almost like some of you, through this phase, there's a lot of unknown. Please trust it. There was this collective message about this phase being about learning. There's going to be a lot of new things that are going to be revealed to you. Aquarius, especially with this new golden age in Aquarius, we're learning new things. This is a new time in terms of humanity. So there, this is going to start within you, this activation. Okay, let's see. Honeymoon. Okay, so in this card, I always associate this with going towards the higher self and the 5D. There's a 5D activation. That means you're going to be elevated in terms of how you see reality, especially with the realist. Yeah, wow. I did not expect that. I never expected. I feel like some of you, that could be something you're like things happen, you're like wow, like I never expected this to happen. But at the same time, it's like, if you reflect on it, like, what did you expect? Oh, watch your expectations not to be towards the negative. Worth waiting for. Look at this with the potential. So you're reminding me here, Earth elements for Mercury, a reel that I created a while ago, okay? Maybe 9 months ago. Oh, wow. Some of you might be a cycle. Some of you, maybe you're getting pregnant. I have to say it because it's just, again, limited amount of people. That could be something. But there's something that is being birthed that maybe took place 9 months ago. Maybe you started the spiritual quest 9 months ago, or you started committing to it 9 months ago, okay? But there's a reel that I created that was speaking of the universe taking its time on you to really support you to have all the skills and knowledge that you needed for this specific gift, for this specific craft, art, to be shining through you. A new, better, greater, higher you. Wow. Wedding. Woo! I got chills. Okay, for the ones with the baby projects and all this is definitely honeymoon, waiting for. Okay, that's like a little bit different, but some of you, maybe also, if you have past expectations, or you were thinking negatively towards maybe things you wanted to manifest, things are turning out positively. But you have to surrender some of the old, and this is why I invite you to watch the collective message, because if there's any roadblocks in this energy, then go and check it out for the collective message, air element. Well, you're getting the same card here. The circle, that was the same card as the air element. Everything and everyone is connected. And Aquarius, the zodiac archetype, it's 0 to 30 degrees. There are 6 degrees total, 0 to 5, 5 to 10, 10 to 15, 15 to 20, 20 to 25, 25 to 30. Each steps are like little angles or angels, okay? And they speak, especially for Aquarius, of the law of resonance. You attract what you believe. You attract your expectations as well. I feel this is something very important for you. So expect the best. Expect the best. Even when it turns out differently, your desires are being heard. They might manifest in a different way, in a different shape, but they are in alignment. Now, Archangel Uriel with success through action. Beautiful card. Let's read this together. The number 8 being called 2024 is a year 8. This year, some of you, maybe you wanted to manifest a goal, a success, a business, a wedding, a baby. This is the year. Okay, let's see what we have for this. I'm going to read this. Follow the ideas and impulses that are inspiring action. Be the divine architect that you came here to be. Archangel Uriel, whose name reflects divine fire, serves on the ruby ray of peace, devotion, and inspiration, alongside his counterpart, Archaea Grace. Okay? So he helps us tap into our inner warrior. So we are absolutely focused on accomplishing our dreams, our goals, and visions. He urges you not to allow the fear of what could happen to be the reason that nothing happens. Interesting. Okay, don't stay stagnant this transit. Do something each day that nourishes your path and purpose. Invite Archangel Uriel for self-mastery, intuitive, intellectual guidance, motivation, determination, divine service, development of claircognizance, gut instinct, and the solar plexus chakra, as far also as your creativity through your inspired action. Now, I feel those are additional messages. As I'm reading this, I'm feeling that sun, fire energy. Oh, wow. This is interesting. It's almost saying to act as the version that you want to be. Make sure you rehearse the expectations of that version. Not the one that failed, not the one that, doubts and allows fear. Rehearse that character, especially with the 9 here of the 9th house, worth waiting for. You were on a spiritual initiation, and it might still be the case through this specific transit. Allow your higher self, this new version, this greater version, higher version of you, to guide you to a potential that you may have even limited because of the reality. No, you gotta be real. Keep it real, girl, man, Okay? And here with Virgo and the wedding, this is the archetype of the blueprint holder. It's almost like you have the map inside of your cells. You know the way between your feminine and masculine yin-yang principles. When you come together, when you allow the past to be bygones, and you actually turn your experience into wisdom, the path will be clearer and success and inspiration will come through. As far as my little medicinal, vibrational medicine prescription, we have here, interesting for you. Removing addictions. So that could be addictive patterns of thoughts and feeling. Or it could be substances. Again, there's no shame, and we're here to experience the senses. So especially when I said that, I thought about Taurus. I'm sorry, Taurus, but we know you're like your touch and senses. And then if you have access to my YouTube membership, we have the Void, which I'm not surprised. This is such a great frequency for allowing a more comfortable process of ego death, spiritual renewal. The sound engineering in terms of like frequency that I put in together, it creates in sacred geometry a shell. It's a renewal. It's very connected to the womb. This feels very rejuvenating. And some of you, maybe you need both. And now, if you don't have access to both, okay, I would suggest to invite Archangel Uriel or even Archaea Grace, both of them, especially with the wedding. You might want to work with both and listen to one or the other or to both. Okay, that's what I have for you. I'm sending you many blessings your way. Namaste. This is your Mercury in Aquarius transit reading for the Mercury placement in fire. So if you're born with a Mercury in Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, those messages are for you. Mercury is going to be transiting Aquarius from February 5th all the way to February 22nd, 2024. All right, so let's see what we have. I already have your cards. I have to keep it to under 15 minutes for Instagram, so a little bit different than on my YouTube. So this is how it goes. So strong-willed, the rigid thumb. Okay. This energy. Let's see what it says here. Resolute in ideas and view. Strong-minded, maybe stubborn, self-reliant and persistent, frugal with time, energy, and money. Okay. Let's see, I'm reading something here. Those with stiff thumbs pride themselves on following through on their commitments. They also like to have a voice in the affairs around them. and are not easily influenced by others. Okay, well, with seeing and noticing this, maybe this is going to be about keeping your commitment. Remember, if you have watched the collective reading, I like to do this because Mercury in Aquarius, in the air element, you will have like the collective message. Aquarius is the archetype of the way showers. It means for you to become a leader, and a leader is someone that walks their talk. It doesn't have to be so much in terms of leadership of others, but leading your life by example of a reflection of your own belief system, of what you truly value. You know, it seems to be important for you, if you have Mercury in fire placement, to be that role model. Okay, there's this energy of role model I strongly feel. We have here the Three of Pentacles. This is a union. This is divinely guided. This is a union between yin yang and the divine, a divine partnership. Wow, you have a lot of crystals here. The collective reading here had this amethyst crystal that always reminds me of the Atlantean crystal skull that holds a lot of the Akashic records and memories. Okay, and here this, I feel that some of you, this is indicating that you're an old soul. You have a lot of wisdom to offer and to manifest. Really an important mission. I feel like a sense, a drive that is very coming from wanting to manifest something purposeful for, wow, I'm being called to look at the 11, humanity. Again, Aquarius, 11th house, you know, we're connected. Like, it feels like everything is connected. You have a strong sense that everything is connected. The way you think and the way your life manifests is very connected. And the more you strengthen your commitments through Mercury in Aquarius with a fire placement, you're going to see how how true those beliefs are, that everything is connected. Some of you may have had to rehearse a very strong sense of willpower through your life. The Wayfarer, in this deck, this is the number 6, this is the Lover's cards. This is interesting energy here. With the third eye, with the Kundalini. There was probably, you may have had a spiritual awakening, and it's almost like everything shifted from that moment. Especially look at all the candles. There's a certain, like, I feel like there's a certain sense of mission, being on a mission, being on a specific life path that is very meaningful to you. Maybe some of you, it would be interesting to look at your life path number. Okay, I'm being called to look at the numbers here. We have 3, 6, or maybe 11. It doesn't have to be, but maybe for some of you it's a confirmation. Okay, let's see what else. Honeymoon. Interesting. We had that card. I believe it was in the earth element. So I usually see this card when I work with this deck as this connection to the higher self. Wow. Oh yeah, I like this with the strong will. It's asking you to really work on your embodiment of your truest abundant self, the true essence of your nature, your higher self. In this transit, you're being called to rehearse this character. Unrequited love. With the 3 of Pentacles here. I wouldn't be surprised if some of you, you will have, it's interesting because the word discipline and commitment, maybe for this period of time, you're going to be receiving some test of your commitment. Maybe test of things that you have to say no to. That's interesting. Wedding. The situation involves marriage with the Lovers. Okay, some of you, it might be something also as far as maybe in a relationship, you have to stay strong in terms of your boundaries, in terms of also being the bigger person, the one maybe, and I'm noticing she is looking, you know, at him. So it could be like the feminine principle, the one that is more mutable, the divine feminine that has access to the vision of what could be if we say we do this or that, or if we say yes or no. There's an interesting partnership here. It's almost like, I don't know, like you are really bringing something great into motion, into birthing by this energy. It's almost like the energy, you see, it's the first time I'm noticing like how much it radiates. They kind of make that rigidity radiate, but it's almost like in self-mastery. There we go. You are the master of your mind. You are the master of your life. At least the things you can control is your emotions, your thoughts. Okay? And you're going to have maybe some test of your loyalty towards yourself, maybe towards a relationship, partnership. It doesn't have to be love. It can be also maybe to a project. Some of you may maybe have started, your own business or a side hustle or something. Show your commitment. There's a lot of cards that speak of commitment here, but also with boundaries towards, staying true to your integrity and to the higher version of who you're manifesting, who you want to be. Especially here with Venus energy on this honeymoon. I'm being called to suggest also looking at your natal Venus. Maybe if you have a retrograde, you could have some karma that is residual here, making sure you're processing this. Okay, some energy lessons. In January, I did offer a promotion for natal chart readings, and I give some clues about, helping you with karmic purge here. So some of you maybe, I've met a lot of people with Venus retrogrades. I do have myself a Venus retrograde. So there is here a desire to manifest a greater outcome. Maybe if you're experiencing any type of relationship dynamic problem or anything that could be an obstacle through this period of time, stay committed to what you know is right, especially here with the 11 and this. It's almost like this is Aquarius as well. Aquarius, in terms of the angles of the zodiac, is very much about the law of resonance. You attract your tribe through your vibe. So that means your habits, your routine. There is, especially through this specific transit where we are going to have Mercury, Mars, Venus, and the Sun and Pluto for the first 2 weeks, all in Aquarius. This is going to be big in terms of this energy, and that means there's going to be very great shift in awareness, in awakening, but also in partnership with, what is right for you and what is not. So there's going to be interesting awareness here. Leo with the wedding. This is interesting. In terms of archetype, the light worker here, zodiac archetype, is the seer. Remember I said she is seeing. She is seeing. She has the vision. There's something about when you maintain your integrity, rehearse the character of who and what you want to become, you are accessing a different timeline and having vision of what can be, in the good or in the bad. So you're going to be very keenly aware through this Mercury in Aquarius of the power of your manifestation. Lightning. Oh, wow. Yes. This is awakening. This is power. Actually, in the zodiac, the number 30 is the last degrees of Leo, and it's an amplifier, especially for the feminine energy. So I told you, there's something about your feminine energy is manifesting something. It's like I'm saying, I felt it here. You're bringing something. I don't know. Some of you, maybe there's ideas about a business or something. You're bringing into manifestation something almost like that was divinely orchestrated to happen, and you're making it happen. And especially when you're able to maintain that commitment to who you know you are and to your own principles. Holy moly, look at this. Archaea Constance. Number 11, bring heaven to earth. I told you were bringing something. Whew, I get chills all on my legs. Sorry, those tingles are intense. You're grounding an energy through your commitment. Whatever this is that you have to maintain as your commitment, your consistency, you are grounding it. This is the Archaea that works with Archangel Metatron. This is about the North Node. This is about your destiny. This is about the map. This is something that you want so intensely, and you're going to learn, because remember, Mercury, master teacher of knowledge. You're going to learn how to manifest in greater ways. So let's see also in terms of vibrational prescription here. You have removing addictions. So some of you, that might be some of the challenges. Maybe you have to have greater boundaries, energy boundaries. Okay, removing addictions is part of the quantum fascia healing. And here you have, that's if you have access to the YouTube membership, activation of your inner essence. This is really to work with the new version of yourself, the true character, okay? And when you meditate, you could bring this energy, calling in Archaea Constance and Archangel Metatron. All right, that's what I have for you, my fire Mercuries. Thank you so very much. Namaste. This is your Mercury in Aquarius transit reading, all the way from February 5th to February 22nd, 2024. This message is for Mercury placement in water. So if you were born with a Mercury in Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, those messages are for you. So what we have first, I had to pre-shuffle. I apologize. I usually like to do it in front of you guys, but I'm limited in time, only 15 minutes for Instagram, okay? So survival, the security chakra. It speaks here behind this card of the ability to achieve goals, the material satisfaction and self-preservation, as well as stability. Okay, all right, so it's promising. I like this. Even though the survival at first would make you wonder, there might be some type of, I wouldn't say threat, but this is what I feel. And I'm seeing the number 11 that came up, and the Aquarius and the Sun. Like, I want to give you a different message here. You might want to watch the Aquarius season reading on my YouTube. Okay, so there might be a message here. Now, for the collective message and also for the archetype of Aquarius, which is reinforced here for you, my dear water element with the 11, there is a factor that involves the law of resonance with this archetype. Aquarius really attracts from what she is. Okay, and that means that what you stand for vibrationally reverbs and echoes and brings who you are back to you. So there's something here that I feel with this survival and self-preservation that we felt from this card, and also because there's so many planets that are going to be in Aquarius, in the first 2 weeks of February, this is going to be strong. Your decisions, your habits, it's going to manifest strongly and echo back into the universe. Really believe it. The Ten of Swords, the Seven of Swords. There was an extra card for you. They came together here, those two, when I was shuffling. And the Sun. You have double Sun. Yeah. Oof, oh, I got chills all over on my right leg. Okay, there's some revelation in terms of the mind. Okay, swords here. And I felt this already with this little energy around this little guy, cherubim, I'm not sure. Okay, I felt this illumination of understanding. Now, Mercury is the master teacher of knowledge, of learning, of growth. There's something that was hidden to you with the Seven of Swords. And I wouldn't be surprised, maybe it comes from people. I'm getting it strongly. I'm not having the cards yet to almost like show it. Oh, I forgot to shuffle those cards. Oh my. Then we're going to do it together. What? I feel this is coming from dynamics and relationships. Let's do this together. Ha! Ha ha! You can't make that up. I am glad you're seeing me shuffle, because I always shuffle, with the same integrity. But here you can see it. Let your friends help you. Now, it came reversed. So I'm saying that there's something about attraction, the law of attraction here that is very strong here with you in this phase. Whoa, that's a little too much, my dear. Mercury water placement. Okay, well, we got those two. Getting to know each other and children. This is interesting. Okay. For some reason, I'm feeling that there's something about childhood friendship. There's something that is calling you to put the light on as far as your surrounding, your friends, the people you've attracted thus far, okay? And maybe realizing also who you need to let go of with this Ten of Swords and Seven of Swords. Getting to know each other. Maybe some of you, there's going to be some realization with this transit, or just like this very powerful Aquarius phase that we're going to be in, where you're going to realize who is going to be interested in getting to know the new you. And what I mean, the new you, the greater you, the you that is going through the spiritual awakening, the you that is wanting to achieve certain goals in life. Okay, because remember, it says survival, but we had a lot of great qualities. It's like ability to be secure, to bring stability, to achieve goals, to get things done. And Aquarius with children. This is interesting. Some of you, I feel, if you don't already have children, I feel that you're meant to birth. I don't know why, but it's sometimes it comes very, beyond the cards. Rainbow children. Crystal. Some of you also crystal children. Still, this wave of children is coming. but it requires a specific surrounding. This is interesting. Let's continue with those cards. The Holy Mountain, number 25. Look at you. You went on a spiritual quest, or you are going to be on a spiritual quest. Like, this transit seems to literally end a certain cycle of belief about who you were, who you're meant to be, who is meant to be in your life. And you're wanting to seek more like-minded, heart-minded connections. Connect with people that are on this, almost like this journey of connecting to not just their higher self, but their inner child. Maybe also some of you had to heal some of the past traumas from childhood. And I'm saying this because of this energy that is here. Maybe there was some past belief about who you were, dynamics that were manifested in childhood friendships, relationships, or just, through that phase of your life. But there's just you're part of something greater to bring into manifestation, but it comes from the realization of you being a spiritual being. And those goals that you're going to achieve, it's almost like you're here, okay, you're here to bridge a big gap between the material plane and the spiritual plane. That's material, okay, physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual, and beyond. That's some of that we know. And you have, as a support, Archangel Zadkiel. Strengthen your boundaries. Wow. Archangel Zadkiel works with Archaea Purity. And Archaea Purity, it's very much connected to the womb. When it's connected to the womb, it's connected to the creation, to the things that we create, to also, I wouldn't be surprised, some of you also need to clear your energy field of the womb. Maybe that's why the childhood trauma, but also because you're here to birth children for yourself, and that means you're preparing this space for them. The first 7 years of your life, you're sharing the auric field with your child, but you're also clearing who you believed you were through those relationships that are now fading away, or that are meant to be fading away. Let's read the little guidebook here for you. Oh, it cannot be clearer than this. Let go of anyone and anything that's weighing you down and stay in your power. Because I feel that some of you might be shining this holiness, this sun. You might be shining, and maybe some people are feeling that you're outshining them, okay? But you have something big to achieve here. Archangel Zadkiel, whose name reflects righteousness, serves on the violet ray of transformation and surrender, with his counterpart, Archaea Purity. So Zadkiel, also known as Zadkiel, guides that you are a natural empath. And so be aware of the opinion, judgments, and influence of others. Apply discernment and set boundaries to keep your energy feel fresh and aligned to your truth. Having boundary doesn't mean you have to separate yourself from the world. Having boundaries is honoring who you are. Invite Archangel Zadkiel for development of the soul star chakra, justice and legal issues, prioritizing, shielding your aura, transforming karmic contracts, and understanding cause and effect. Wow, this is very, very powerful. Let's see what you have for you as far as a vibrational medicine. You have, wow, I'm not surprised, astral body, healing and activation. this is very powerful. This is your emotional body. If you have Mercury in water, you definitely, your thoughts could be influenced because you're so sensitive with this water, okay? But once you know this, once you know, you can transform this as a superpower, okay? This can be transformed as a superpower. And for the ones that have access to my YouTube membership, use the womb and heart recalibration. I'm not surprised with what we saw here with the children. Okay, some of you, you're I don't know why, but I felt that I have to say it because it's important for me to share all the messages I have. Some of you, if you've been having difficulties conceiving, or maybe experience any type of loss, maybe there's a certain, karmic contract that needs to be ended. So your child just comes without that karma, because that's part of their soul's oath. And that's something that is a contract between you and your future child. Okay, I had to share this. That might not be for everyone, but it's important for me to share those messages when they come through. Thank you so much. Water, element, Mercury, those were your messages. I'm sending you much love and light. When you listen to those, you can bring Archangel Zadkiel and Archaea Purity to support this healing. Namaste.